Well, you guys are such fucking assholes. When people get mass murdered participating in your philanthropy, it's boo hoo, worries me, oh so sad. Put up flowers, paint murals, be community strong, be heart strong. I heart you. Come buy my products. Sell my stuff. Are you for imprint certain? Right? When people get used as take one for the team and mass killed on television because you assholes had find ways to show up and film it, okay, with either people's cell phones or whatever, then it's boo-hoo, sad, sad, boo-hoo. Like back during Columbine, I remember I had friends that would sit there and basically say, welcome to Black America, white America. There was a mass shooting at Columbine High School. That happens at Crenshaw and Dorsey and high schools that are given numbers in Chicago and New York all the fucking time. Okay? All the fucking time. Okay? People are mass murdered in the streets of major cities. Like when I told you when I lived in Bunny Dune and Daniel Schaff and his wife lived in a trailer court down the road, right? And one night, there was a trailer of like 6 people that were all shot execution style. And the next night, the trailer next to Dan, it was next to Dan's and his wife's trailer. The next night, the other trailer killed 5 to 6 people in an execution style. And they talked to the cops and they said, well, they came and they got the wrong address in the wrong house. And they came back the next night and did it at the right address. And that's when Dan's wife said, okay, I'm going back to Guam to stay with my mom and dad. Take the baby and go to Guam, right? Okay. And then I went and inquired about it because I was like, what's the deal? Why wasn't it on the news? Why wasn't it in the newspaper? Why isn't it in the official and then I started getting upset because I went and asked things about it at the Chamber of Commerce stuff. And I was saying, why isn't this in the crime statistics for the Chamber of Commerce? Okay. That's 12 people murdered in 2 nights that were not in the newspaper. Okay. And not on the news. And not listed in the crime statistics for the Chamber of Commerce of Cumberland County, North Carolina. Okay? Do you have any idea about the psychotic wasteland and how it works that you live in really is? Okay? Do you have a clue that people are murdered by their own cancer treatments? And if they don't survive it, they're just not graced by the grace of God and the beauty of scientific community to live longer on planet Earth through Trulicity and Jardiance and Descovy. Right? Do you have any clue just how fucking sick you are? Does it ever cross your fucked up little minds for 5 fucked up little minutes? Or do you need more money and more cameras to get money for people to watch you fuck and fight over it? WWE or All Elite Wrestling, it's the same fuck. UFC or professional boxing, it's the same fuck. Right? People beating the shit out of another human being for lots of make-believe money for your entertainment. It's historic. It's the things that dreams are made of. We're beating the shit out of each other at Madison Square fucking Garden, at Giant Stadium, at Wembley. I've paid my dues, time after time. I've paid my sins, committed no crime. I've had mistakes, I've made a few. I've get my balls kicked and almost poisoned off, but I never lose. I think I'm the direct descendant from Muhammad, Ali, or Yahweh. I'm a part of a royal family in a Middle Eastern country that calls itself a Muslim republic, Islamic republic. Right? So out there washing down the house, right? I get this asshole in my head, okay, who had Janet Jackson sign a piece of paper that he'd give her $2 million, okay, if she let him have sex with her and she had his baby, right? And she did it, she divorced him because she didn't want to be married to him anymore, right? And they know who I am, okay? They did the same thing with Amy. A bunch of rich, really attractive guys from the Middle East. That man can't handle his wife, and everyone he makes love with is a whore. Yeah, Delilah. Samson, you want to tell him about it? Jesus, is that Mary Magdalene? Muhammad, is that Khadijah? What did Khadijah do for a life of currency in Mecca before she married Muhammad? Is that Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds? Right? A woman that judges you by the sign of your penis is a whore. What do you care what she thinks of you? Right? Okay? Right. I turned down $2 million a month to save Janet Jackson's baby from you, bitch. And I wrote down, one of these days I'm going to meet Janet Jackson and we're going to be friends. I can guarantee, okay, that when I meet her son and meet her, that me and her son and her are going to be better friends than you've ever been anything to them your entire pathetic life. Stick that in your legalized marijuana pipe and smoke it. Want some fentanyl? How about a new strand of a pandemic from a lab in China? Think you got an Islamic republic there, mister? You got to ask yourself, do I feel lucky? All righty then. Let me tell you something, Fire Marshal Bob. Don't you ever sexually assault a woman with money ever again and think that you can talk to me in prayer while I'm washing down my father's house so he can breathe well when he sleeps because of your economic conflict. You walking, talking, breathing pile of shit. Bill Paxton's better than you, and he pretended to be a pile of shit for money on Weird Science. Okay? You stay away from Kelly LeBrock, you son of a bitch. Okay? You're funny. That reminds me of that time when I was in the club. I felt so bad. Oh my gosh, I felt so horrible. I really did. I told Steve, I feel terrible. No, most of you guys wouldn't. Most of you guys would have gone for it and had sex with the girl. She looked like Kelly LeBrock, okay? Me and Steve met after work, and Steve didn't know how to dance or like to dance, okay? And all the people like dancing, and I was dancing around the pool table and playing pool with Steve because they were playing, cameos type music, and I can't dance to that. So that's cool, dude. I ain't going to make you do something that's uncomfortable. You want to just sit in here and, we'll drink, Shirley Temples and shit and play pool and talk shit? Okay, that's what we did. So we sat there and played pool and we're just being silly, okay, and just having a good time. Just being me and Steve. Waka waka, ha! Okay. This Kelly LeBrock type girl sits and watches us, okay, and just watches these two guys. And I was sitting there, saw her at the bar. Steve went to the bathroom, and I went to go get another drink while we were playing. And she looked at me, okay? And she looked across at me, and she took her lips, and she licked her lips like, whoa. I feel like Joey Lawrence, whoa, right? And I went, oh, shit, Because I was like, oh, that shit only happens in movies. It just didn't happen right now. Earl, what? I'm going to laugh, okay? And I had to sit there and look at that very attractive girl, okay? And try not to laugh my ass off, right? And sit there and go, okay. It would have been nicer if she would have just walked up and said, hi, my name's Kelly. Hi, my name's Earl. Yeah. I'd like to get to know you. Are those your pink slippers? Okay. Yes, I would just like to get to know you. Once I got her, found her, but she was raised in a culture where you have sexual adventures because Hollywood is fucked and so are you, right? $2 million, have my baby. Hey, indecent proposal. Shut up and stop acting like a bitch, Robert Redford. Do you understand? Is that Woody Harrelson? And is Woody? who's his wife again? I think it was Ashton Kutcher's wife. Wasn't that Bruce Willis's wife before? Isn't she from St. Elmo's Fire? I think so. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. And she did. And I had to go tell Steve, I said, no. And he's like, oh my gosh, she's so fine. She looks like the girl from Weird Science. I know she's gorgeous, right? He said, that happened? I said, yeah, what is it? I literally think I bit a hole in my tongue to stop myself from cracking up. He's like, you're kidding. You blew it, Earl. I was like, I don't think I did. No. I don't want to have any sexual interest. All right? I don't want to. All right? I want, you looking kind of lonely, girl. Would you just like some? And I don't want to share the night together. I want a lifetime. Okay? I don't want to fuck you. I want to love you. I don't want to be fucked by you. I want to be loved by you. By you and nobody else but you, right? Okay. So one of these days I will meet Janet Jackson and we will be friends. And her son will be a friend to me better than the sperm donor that gave his mom $2 million to carry his seed. Right? Because money's not real, but the Lord's Prayer is. And I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, right? Everybody know that. Oh, you dumbasses in TV getting all excited about Super Bowl LIX licks? Licks. Well, that's awfully lesbian of you. I'm just kidding around. Funny. Licks, get it? It's LIX, licks. I'd rather lick a vagina that has been fucked in the ass by a bunch of pervert athletes and die from kidney failure than stand up for the Lord's Prayer. I Super Bowl LIX believe you. I believe you. I believe you would. I believe you would lick somebody's vagina till you died of kidney failure and asked for health care to die to pay the bills before you stand up for a Lord's Prayer of me. I completely and utterly believe your sincerity and your desire to sexually assault each other to death. Yes, I do. Want another Bud Light? All right. People around the world, join in. Start a love train. I remember was sitting there listening to that. I was like, you guys screwed that up. Because you sit there and says, all your brothers over in Africa, tell all the people in Israel and Egypt too. It's like Egypt and Africa, y'all. Somebody need to talk to that Negro who wrote that song. Yeah, you're being racist. I'm pretty sure it was like Kenny Gamble or somebody that wrote that song. I can say that. I'm Anthony Gaines from Detroit, Michigan's official white nigger. I earned that, bitch. Hell yeah. You be the student body president at Deer Valley High School and try to call Gaines a nigger. He will crush your sternum. And they start, and I'll be walk up to him and say, why'd you do that to him, that bad old pussycat? You crushed his widow's sternum. And then, you're going to go tell the principal you called me a nigger and I punch you in the chest? That's what Gaines told him. He was a very pragmatic black man. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. No, I was neither born in Detroit nor Saginaw. I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico, just like the book of Revelation said. Now you're born today wherever you are. All right? Love you very much. Peace.